Thickosaurus Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Thickosaurus Podcast. This is episode 125, and you have your lovely hostess, me, Michelle, and
Anna.
Molly.
And Melissa.
that's right, us Thickosaurus sisters are back. Let's see here. Today, I would like to talk about emotional intelligence. What?
Sorry, I just said, you said I'd like to talk about...
damage?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
No.
Oh.
She said, I'd like to talk about, and I said, mothers. In my head.
I was thinking of emotional
damage.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, yes, I would like to talk about emotional intelligence. I'm sure a lot of you have been hearing that word around a lot lately, and probably over the past few years, actually, that has been like really big in like social media and any type of relationships that's going on about in the world, whether it's with you, with others, or others with others. But emotional intelligence has become very important. It's an important topic. A lot of people think they know, but they really don't know what it is. So I'm just going to talk about it a little bit from a little bit of research I did, and then we'll move on to what us girls feel about emotional intelligence and what we think. Okay? So, emotional intelligence, what is it? So, according to Google, it is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. All right, hey. So, yes, self-awareness is one big thing about it. And here it says that there are key components to what makes up emotional intelligence. And they are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So now, what do each of those mean? Moving on to that, let's see. For self-awareness, it means recognizing your own emotions, their effects on your thoughts and behavior, and understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Second is self-regulation, managing your emotions and impulses, controlling your behavior, and adapting to changing circumstances. This includes thinking before acting and managing difficult emotions in a healthy way. Okay? Now, for motivation is being driven to achieve for the sake of achievement, which is a key part of self-regulation and self-motivation. So they kind of go hand in hand with each other. And then the next one is empathy, the ability to understand the emotions, needs, and concerns of other people and to pick up on emotional cues. Now, we all know a lot of people who just don't know how to pick up those kind of cues or like read the room type of thing. So, and then last is social skills, proficiency in managing relationships, communicating clearly, inspiring and influencing others, and working well in a team. So, now, what do we all think about all those key opponents? Do you think that they're pretty much self-explanatory, but it's kind of like, do you guys feel like it's pointing out like the good importance of what emotional intelligence is? Does it make you feel like you understand it more on like a academic level, I guess you could say? Yes? Yes. Nope.
I think that those key components it makes me think like, girls are naturally emotionally intelligent. Majority are, but when you reviewed those components, I was like, dang, that is not going to be someone that is like truly healed, because if the self regulation, I don't know if I can do that.
So, like managing your emotions and impulses.
Yeah, because especially if you haven't like, you know, done the ego death, where you kind of like sit with yourself in the truth, and when you are trying to regulate yourself, then it's gonna be really hard. Like you can't even really tell. You're kind of just lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know, but it automatically makes me think that like in our Hmong community, it's slowly coming up, but it's really rare. Like we don't have enough people who are emotionally intelligent or are willing to step down and say, "Hey, I am not really good at this, but this is, let's work on it." So it was just like, yeah, like maybe 80% of Hmong people don't have it, or at least like that I'm aware of.
Oh no, I agree. Yes, I agree. Yes, us Hmong people definitely do need to work on, self-awareness, obviously, because sometimes they just don't realize or see themselves, or they don't want to see themselves, type of thing. So yes, we definitely need to work on that. Like you said, self-regulation for sure. Because we're just, again, it goes back to like the whole generational trauma thing. So there's always hard emotions going about all the time, fast emotions and stuff like that. So they don't know how to regulate it. Therefore, it just becomes really toxic and a bad environment for everybody. So that definitely needs help on for sure. And then let's see, empathy. I don't know if a lot of Hmong OGs have empathy towards like the younger generation.
If they did, they don't speak on it. It's kind of like a whole thing of like, this is just my perspective on it, is that maybe OGs, the way that they think is like, they realize that they've done wrong, but then there's something about pride, or, not being the, adult in the situation, or the person that should know better, they don't voice it. I rarely see, or I haven't seen of an OG be humble enough and have the humility to be like, hey, I messed up.
Yeah.
So I think that everybody is evolving at every age, and I think that for the OGs, if they did realize it, they're not going to speak on it, or they don't have the words to say like, I'm sorry, I messed up. I think like they understand the feeling of it, but that's probably about it from my perception of it.
Yeah. What do you two think? Anything? Agree, disagree?
I wasn't even thinking about Hmong OGs to like our generation. I was thinking of Hmong people to Hmong people, and about the whole empathy thing. And like, I think, is this empathy? I don't know, but I feel like they're like, oh, that is sad, and oh, I'm so sorry, but my needs come first. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I wouldn't say like they don't know empathy. It's like, I think they do, but I think again we're so stuck in survival mode that they're just, well, what about me? Does that make sense?
Yes. So, in other words,
it wouldn't be empathy. It
would
would be
more
sympathy.
Yeah.
Okay,
more
it's
like
more sympathy. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I
Yes.
agree. It's more
Yes.
sympathy,
Sympathy, not
than
empathy.
Actual empathy.
Yes.
Yes.
They're like, oh, that's so bad. But that also happened to me too. And you can get over it. It's very like that. And so, yeah, so it's not really empathy. It's more sympathy. Even, doesn't matter, like, what generation you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that's a lot of the Hmong culture.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least for me growing up, that's a lot of the Hmong Christian culture.
Yeah.
It's very, oh, I'm so sorry. But what does that got to do with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had it worse too, so you're fine.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, not empathy, but sympathy.
Sympathy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of us need to like sit down and really think the difference between sympathy and empathy is.
Which I was gonna say, can you explain the difference to our viewers who don't know the difference?
I can. Let me get Google's definition of it because I won't be able to explain it.
Because I'm like, I don't want to like assume, because I think that's like probably one of the problems that we have in our community is that nobody really understands it, so they're not like, what the heck does that even mean?
They're not questioning
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, what is it? You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says here that empathy is feeling with someone, like emotionally experiencing their situation, while sympathy is feeling for someone, or feeling pity and concern for their misfortune from a distance.
So then it's like empathy is, because like how I understood it is that empathy is you can see yourself in their shoes and
Yes.
you could understand, and then sympathy is like, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, it's
Kinda deal.
yes, it's kind of like empathy is walking in their shoes, being in their position. Sympathy is more of like you feel bad, so you send a card, type of thing.
Kind of like my condolences, and then
Yeah.
and then like with the stick, almost.
Yeah.
Sympathy isn't all that bad, but it's I feel like it's like a different level than empathy.
Yeah.
Sorry, did
And I feel
interrupt
like
you?
sympathy is more for like maybe people that you really are not that close to, and that's great to have sympathy for people like that. But I think when it comes to, our Hmong community and it comes to our church, community or like your family and your friends, and then for you to be like, oh, I'm sorry you're going through that, but that's not as bad as me. You know? That's when it gets crappy. Like, that should be the point where empathy should be practiced more, especially people that you care about and that you quote unquote love,
Yeah.
Or even if I've never been a part of that before, I would still be like, I'm so sorry. What can I do to help?
Yes.
You're empathetic towards the
Yes.
situation.
Yes. Instead of
Kind of like just, I'm so sorry.
they're there.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah.
They're there.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, girls, we're more inclined to be more empathetic, but that's because, society had forced that onto us to be understanding
Yeah.
to the point where we overextend ourselves.
Yeah.
But like, we don't have a man's perspective on this, or at least a cis man's perspective. And I feel like since they are already lacking on emotions, I think that's where a lot of the disconnect is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like very surface level, like you said, not questioning, and it's not like like a really good example I think of is like Hmong funerals. People always talk about like they go into major debt to do all these things.
Yeah.
And I get the whole like cultural aspect, but then there has to be a medium that would, or a compromise that would meet the cultural requirements, but then also not break the bank for
Yeah.
that family.
Yeah.
Because if we really cared about each other as a community, then we wouldn't like, yeah, you can donate to that family that needs help with, I don't know, killing 5 cows. This is just like really common for
Yeah.
that family member that had passed. But maybe we're like, hey, is there a new way to compromise and just do like 2 cows or whatever?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, unfortunately, though it may look like it's done from a good point, a lot of decisions that were made during a family that's hurting and processing grief, like they end up also uh, breaking relationships and then get occurring a lot of debt
Yes.
or incurring a lot of debt. And so it's just kind of like, man, where's the empathy in this? It's kind of like,
Yeah.
see me from my point of view. I'm literally running on 3 hours of sleep. Is there not like any empathy in saying like, let's meet in the middle of a compromise and help them out, not make them, come out of this more in debt and everything like that. So it's just like little things like that from this example at like Hmong funerals. And if we would just be more open and helpful, not with the incentive that they're gonna help me if I help them, kind of like it almost feels like a quid pro quo, but it's not really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like a
I
trade-off.
scratch your back and you should scratch mine, because that always bothered me.
Yes.
Like that whole concept of like, we need to be here so that they'll help us when we're in need. And I'm like, that means that they're not. That means that they don't really care. And I don't want somebody around me, and it doesn't have to be funeral related, to be around me that's fake. You should want to help me just because you want to, and if not, then it's okay. I'm done with fake people, basically. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
yeah,
It was funny because I was explaining that to Rod, how Hmong funerals work, that they have like the donation section. And I was telling him, I was like, well, technically there are two different donations, where one is it's legit donations where they don't expect anything back. But then there's the other one where they'll donate, but then they expect
You to pay them back.
pay it back. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. That's just messed up. Kind of
I think that's probably just for like the Hmong Christian funerals, because that's all in one pot for the shaman funerals.
Yeah, because I was telling him about that. He's like, that's just messed up. Because it's like, why would I want your money if you're wanting it back, kind of thing, is what he was bringing up.
Does that only happen like for like within the clans?
What do you mean?
Like if, like say, a Hmong person dies and
Yes.
that Hmong family doesn't have money,
Yeah.
do they borrow money from the Hmong clan?
Yes.
Or the Hmong clan?
Yes,
And
but
when
then
then they'll have to pay it back.
yeah, because what they do is they're like, let me help you. And then the funeral's all done. And they're like, okay, so that was like 10 G's. So I need it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when like money goes missing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but the older I get and the more that I attend Hmong funerals, whether it's Christian or shaman, I feel really bad for the family. It's like an excuse for the men to binge drink.
Yes.
And it's also an excuse to entertain other people when the family's literally in pain and they're crying. And it's like, yeah, we'll celebrate their life, but it shouldn't be a whole 2-3 day deal and, waiting for people to show up. It's just be kind of like maybe 1-2 hours and that's it.
Yeah.
Like in the past, like I think I remember my dad telling me that the reason why it would last so long is because people had to travel by foot from villages that were like days away, and that's why it had to be like that. But it's not like that anymore.
No,
Right.
it's
You
not.
know, we can still keep the culture alive of celebrating their life, but it's just
It's not necessary.
it's not
all.
necessary, and it almost is what is that? It's like, what is that word? It's like taking advantage of them, but then not. It's like exploiting them. There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like exploiting their pain to have a feast and eat and meet other people, almost kind of like that.
Yeah, and I also feel like it's a very, like, I forgot what it's called, but look how big my dick is.
Like being overcompensating.
Yes,
Yeah.
like, look how much people love me
Yeah.
because all these people are here and they're willing to spend so much money on me even though I'm dead. And I'm like, bro, you're dead. Like, calm down a little bit. Okay.
Oh, sorry, our light went out
Oh.
on one end.
Oh, it's okay. Today it's just
Lots of
A whole
technical.
bunch
we
of
rolling through
technical
it.
stuff. Yeah.
we rolling through
But
it.
I see what you mean, and
Yeah.
I think like I said, it goes back to like back then, you know,
Yeah.
because people lived very far away from each other, and so the more people that show up, then you know, it just meant that you're beloved by the community. But it's kind of like, you know, if that person is important to you, like that person that passed away, you'll make it to that place. You'll make it there, you know? And like I said, I'm all over true, authentic people versus the fake people. Like, I'm for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
That kind of reminded me of I was on TikTok and they were talking about Sagittarius on this TikTok, and they were saying like how Sagittarius don't really like being in groups of people or like big parties because they can tell who the fake people are, and they're just done with the fakeness, and so they don't like being in big crowds like that or parties. And I'm like, oh, that explains a lot, kind of thing. Why I hate going to big things like that, like big parties and stuff.
And
I
Molly's
hate.
brain is like fake.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh.
Fake.
She's being the Grinch where he's like, hate, hate, hate.
Double hate.
Yeah, it's like because like even like when we went to those parties, like you can like I don't know if you guys can, but I already can tell that they're like being fake, and I'm just like, oh.
I'm imagining your capybara face.
Yeah.
Like, your capybara face is kind of like, okay.
Yeah, like fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, okay, when's it time to go? Kind of thing. But yeah, it just reminded me of that.
But yeah, you know, back to the whole topic at hand. Emotional intelligence is something that we still need to hone. And I'm guilty of it. I'm
Yeah.
like not well versed in it either. Because like I said earlier, self-regulation is not my forte. So this is something that I need to definitely keep. This is something that you have to keep learning every day and continue to be a student.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's not something that like you'll ever like 100% achieve, because you know we're all human. So yeah, it's just something that you just need to keep working on to recognize, and you know just keep chugging along and being just self-aware of what you do, what others do, and stuff like that. So you're not trying to reach, you know, like perfection of it, because nobody's perfect. You know, we're all humans. We all have emotions, and they run high or low. So, but it's also up to you to kind of, you know, reel it in, keep it cool and whatnot. So, yeah, not everybody's gonna be 100% emotionally intelligent.
Well, like I said earlier, it's like this saying, this pop culture saying, like ego death. Like if you haven't had that yet, you can't really even scratch the surface of emotional intelligence.
What do you mean by ego death? What's
Like
ego death?
you're just so prideful. Like my ego dick is this big. Like what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with me. You know, it's kind of like that. If that makes sense. And so if you haven't like been, if you're not like that meme where you're looking at yourself in the mirror, like that, you know which one I'm talking about? The meme where he's looking at himself like this. If you haven't done that, that's basically you haven't had your ego death yet.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of one of Rod's friends, because the way he thinks is like the world's against him. That's kind of the
like a
thing.
victim.
Yeah, he's the
mentality?
victim where he's all
Which
like,
I hate using that word, but I know what you mean.
yeah, he's like,
Yes.
the world's against me. The world doesn't want to do this and this and this. This is the same guy that just uses a little roulette to decide what's for dinner.
It's like, dude, the world does not owe you anything.
You
Yeah.
know what that person is? I don't know them that well, so this is probably going to come off really mean. But he's a coward. He's scared.
Yeah, that's
Scared
what
to
I.
make a
In my mind,
decision.
that's what I was saying too. Because I was like, honestly, it just means that he's just too comfortable. He just doesn't want to leave, kind of thing. But then again, this is the same person who lives with his parents. Still,
Do his parents coddle him?
I don't think so. But I think he is like the youngest out of his siblings.
Maybe his parents are just kind of like,
I think they've tried, but then he's just like, no, I'm okay with just being here.
Again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable, but sometimes if you're not around people that are going to challenge your viewpoints, or if you're not able to look in the mirror at yourself and be like, you know.
You know when Kermit's talking to himself in the hood?
No.
Yeah.
My point, my understanding that Kermit is there to tell, like, the devil
Yeah,
on
I
your
know.
shoulder. But I'm talking about looking at your actual
it.
reflection. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, ego death. Like, because, like, you can have more than one ego death, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, most people have that usually when they hit their 30s. And they're like, wow, why was I trying to please people? Or why did I think that I thought this was the right thing to do? This was horrible, you know?
I want to say it starts, at least for what I've been seeing, it's been hitting like 24, 25. That's when it starts. You're like, oh, I'm stupid. Like,
Basically, yeah.
dang.
Basically, just whenever you actually get humbled,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like, oh, yeah.
I think that's why like Matthew's kind of going through his thing right now.
Yeah.
Because he's at the age where
He's
you're
realizing
not
he doesn't,
really young anymore. You're not where you going with your life. Kind of thing.
But the whole thing of being young and dumb, it's kind of like, it's kind of true.
yeah.
And you can't, it's a canon event. You are going to be young and you are going to do stupid stuff. So you
Yeah.
can't, you just hope that you don't get yourself into too big of a trouble. But
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that I did, I was like, damn, I'm surprised I'm alive.
Yeah. So
yeah, what you said about the ego stuff, I was like, oh, that just reminds me of that dude who thinks the world's against him.
Because if you think about any kind of and also like the Hmong community, if you can't have challenging conversations, you can also, that also correlates to not being able to increase your emotional intelligence too. Because it's gonna be uncomfortable talking about really hard stuff, but if you can't, then yeah, emotional intelligence, boop, out the window.
yes, you have to be uncomfortable to be able to grow.
And admit
Yeah.
that you're gonna be at fault. Like
Yes.
at some point, they're taking accountability of it.
Yes. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong. You know, the only person who's thinking that there's something wrong with you admitting that you're wrong is yourself. You know, type of thing. So, yes, emotional intelligence, people. You know. So, and then going off of that, how can you improve your emotional intelligence? Well, we have a little bit of advice here. It says you can practice mindfulness. So being mindful of your thoughts and feelings to build distress tolerance and finding ways to manage difficult emotions. So, you know, kind of like a woo-sa or like breathing techniques. This is what I have to do with my middle child, Rowan.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of time, like half of the time, he doesn't want to do it because he believes that it doesn't work for him when really it actually does. Because when he takes the time to actually breathe, like breathe in big and blow out slowly, it kind of makes his mind go blank because he has to focus on breathing instead of whatever it is that's making him crash out.
He literally sees red.
Yes.
Yes.
He does. I mean, that's all my boys actually. When they're mad, they're like all they see is red. So you kind of have to leave them alone for like a few minutes before you go and like talk to them, because otherwise they will not hear a thing you say. And that's fine with me because that's their way of regulating. That's their beginning step of regulating is stepping away, you know, which is fine. Which is, yeah. Great.
Yeah,
that
there
they do
was
that.
I think there was a time where he was doing this his seeing red portion, and he was at this stage where he was like kicking stuff and like hitting stuff. And I think it got to the point where he got so mad until he finally broke, and then he just sat there and like bawled, kind of thing. And then he finally let everything flow out, and then he got quiet, and then I had to explain everything to him. Because it was I think because he lost during a game,
Of course.
and so I had to sit there and wait for him. But it was just sad seeing him being all pissed off and everything, and then he finally just popped the cherry, and he was just like finally done with the tantrum. And And then he just started bawling. And I was like, oh, poor little one.
Yes, I give my kids space to do that because growing up, we didn't have that luxury. It's like, it's for us. It was like, be quiet or you're gonna get it type of thing. You know, we weren't allowed to feel our feelings.
Give us something to cry about.
Yes, yes, we weren't allowed to feel our feelings. So whenever we would feel a feeling, we would get scared and just hold it in, and that's why we're grown ups with trauma.
Who can't feel?
Yes, who can't feel or don't know what it is that we're feeling
Yeah.
because we weren't allowed to feel what it is. So now I'm teaching my kids to be in their feelings, you know, but also to regulate those feelings because it's very important for them to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel embarrassed, to feel disappointed and stuff like that. And to understand what they mean and why they feel that, because that's what helps build a foundation for future emotional intelligence. That way they can identify what it is that they're feeling.
Sometimes I kind of wish that I'm not a sports person, but sometimes I wish that we were able to go out and do sports
Yeah.
because it teaches you all that stuff,
Yes.
you know. And I'm just kind of like, dang. See, this is why extracurricular activities are important for kids.
Yes.
Okay, it really is.
I say that, but then like none of my kids are doing that right now.
I mean, it doesn't have to be sports. I mean, it can. I'm pretty sure it can be anything like competitive.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Any type of
team building stuff.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
what is it called? Mathletes or
Debate
you know,
team.
yeah,
and
things
stuff
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No, I agree because you're among your peers and you learn to listen to hear other people's opinions and stuff like that. Banter and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yes, I let my children feel their feelings. That way they know. Because again, it builds a good foundation if kids are able to recognize their feelings, because then as they grow older, they keep that foundation and hopefully it matures with them. That way, as adults, as men, they will be able to regulate themselves easier and not be like a lot of men are these days, where they can't regulate their emotions and therefore they end up hurting someone.
Dang, that's a lot of responsibility that I feel like you have.
Yes.
Because you have to teach them how to help regulate themselves so that they're not incompetent later when they become adults, and also not be misogynistic.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. That's why we always encourage them to, speak their feelings. It's like, tell me what's going on. You don't have to hide it, because I can't help you if you don't tell me.
It goes the other way around too. Okay, like for women too. There's some women out there who are very passive aggressive, and I'm like, okay.
It's like, just say it.
Well, that's what I was saying, that most girls are inclined to be emotionally intelligent.
Yes.
But then there are some that don't at all.
Pisses me off, man. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just speak.
It's bad if you, the person that has trouble emoting, have to tell the other person to do that.
And again, when I used to do it when I was really, really young, 16, 15, I didn't know what it was. That it was called being passive aggressive, because that was my norm, my normal. Until somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. And so I try not to be that anymore, and I try to communicate. But again, when it gets to the point where I'm like, if I am able to question why, come on. Not going back to what I just said earlier.
Don't make me logic this out of you.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, just talk. Explain, please. I'm here to listen.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It goes both ways.
It does go both ways, yes.
Okay.
Because we all know a man and a woman who
Yes.
needs some help.
So annoying.
It's a two-way street.
It is. It is. Yes. And adding on to what you said, yes, it is very tiring for me. Because it's like, not only am I regulating myself, it's like I have to regulate these three little bonkers as well. So yeah, I'm constantly tired. So that's why motherhood, always tired. You're responsible for yourself and like of the little babies that you pop out. So
You know, though, it probably helps, though, too. I mean, I don't know Child that well, but based on his sign, emotions come easily to him.
yes.
So then that does already mirror something to the kids, saying, like, oh, you know, it's okay for a man to have emotions. So,
Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, me and Chow, we strive to be those type of parents who are comfortable like hugging and kissing in front of our kids and getting that response from them. Ew, gross. Because we want to show them that it's okay.
but I hear a but.
No buts.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just sorry. I'm just laughing because of that one time that Mike and I guess, like, we kissed or we looked at each other, and then your middle Rowan was like, "And Jenna, why are you looking at Uncle Mike like that?" I was just kind of like, "That's out of nowhere."
Because I love him.
It's called love.
Yes,
It's
called
funny.
love.
It's also funny too, because like whenever I say like my boyfriend, when I hear the boys say boyfriend, they kind of just go, "Your boyfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend." Like
Yeah, they just
they're
seem
a
so
little embarrassed.
to say the word boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm like,
Girlfriend?
yes.
So funny.
Because every time I saw Rowan say boyfriend, he kind of smirked a bit. Like,
I
boyfriend.
like it though because they're pure and they're still kids, so that stuff makes them feel weird.
Yeah.
So I like that though.
Yeah.
I'm your boyfriend, like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that stuff like that, I had to explain to both of them, Rowan and Liam, what cooties meant. Yeah, 'cause
Somebody
they-
say it to them.
I don't remember what it was.
It's like the cheese touch.
yeah. I
That's
told
what
him
you had to
yeah,
tell- yeah, it's
yeah.
like
I was
the
like,
cheese-
That's what the
touch.
cheese touch is. It's kind of what do you call it? The metaphor, I guess.
Yeah.
As is the cheese touch.
yeah.
to
See,
cooties.
I didn't know I didn't realize to compare it to that.
Yeah.
But I was explaining it to them, and and then Liam's like, so it's like the cheese touch thing? And I'm like, yes! I'm like, yes, that's exactly what it is. So,
Yeah.
because he was all like, I think he thought that it was like
Like an
a good
actual-
thing, like a good thing, or yeah, like an actual
like
thing.
an actual like disease or something.
Yeah. And I'm just like, no.
So cute.
It's kind of like, oh my God,
Which
my
is funny
13-year-old.
because I was like, for us, I think the cooties stuff was like in elementary school,
Yeah.
and
Yes,
he's
it-
already like,
Yeah, he's always heard it, but he just always just kind of assumed that it was actually a thing.
disease.
Yeah. So when I told him, he's like, "Oh, okay."
What do you mean by the cheese touch? Like, what is that?
I
I don't know what that is.
So like in Diary of the Wimpy Kid, there's like this
Old moldy piece
there's
of
like
cheese.
there's like this story about the moldy cheese that's on their basketball court at recess, and I think for some reason one person decided to touch it, and then everyone saw it, and they're like, "Oh my God, that person touched the cheese! He has the cheese touch," kind of thing. And then it went around where he would touch someone, and then that person has the cheese touch now.
yes,
And then it would like spread around and whatnot.
like a
Like
disease.
cooties.
Kind of like cooties.
Like cooties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like cooties.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Don't. It's okay. I had to ask my friend too. I was like, what is a cheese touch? And he's like, it's cooties. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they just used the cheese in the basketball court kind of to
Yeah.
explain it better.
That's a pretty good concept of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's so funny. Did they have any follow-up questions after you said that?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
They're like cheese. Ew. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think in the movie, I think it was a boy who touched it, and then the boy touched a girl, and so that's what they were going at. So I don't know if it was they were passing it from gender to gender,
I don't know.
but that's where it kind of began with the boy and
funny.
girl touch.
Yes. It's like it's funny, but it was also like a form of bullying in a way too, because then after he touched it, nobody wanted to be his friend.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's funny, but it's a form of bullying
yeah,
too.
that's why he spread it.
Okay, this is kind of off topic, but speaking of bullying, have you guys heard about there's this trend on TikTok?
the camera
The
flip.
flip
Camera
thing?
flip?
Yes.
If you talk to your kids, I know that they don't do
I don't
that.
know what it is, but I've been seeing it going around.
That's bullying.
That's
Yeah,
bullying.
that's what I
Yes.
was hearing, what I've seen, but I don't know what that.
And then a lot of
actual
people are like, how do
thing
they not
is.
see? They're like, oh, they're facing like the front side of the screen to you. Or the back side, whatever. Right, yeah, the screen. And so the person that's holding the camera, they can't see what's going on. And so the people are dancing, and then they flip the camera without that person knowing. And it's just facing the person that's holding it.
Oh.
So it's really mean because they are doing it essentially to bully the person that's holding the phone.
Yeah, to make fun of that person.
Because I know it used to be like a cute trend back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where they would have their their kid hold it.
Now that is cute.
Yeah.
But this is not
But
because it's kids.
That's why I said it was a cute trend
Yeah.
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's what I assumed that's what it was. It was something
No.
similar like that. And I was just like, oh yeah, that is bullying.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I know people are like,
Sad.
if I see my kid in that video on either side, I'm beating your ass.
Yes.
I saw this mom and she was like, I know you guys know what this trend is. And if I ever catch you guys, we're going to have a serious talk, because this is bullying, okay? It is not okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang. Why are they bullying? Whatever happened to like actually bullying each other in person and just like not
'Cause-
putting it on the internet?
Because they don't got balls
Confrontation.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. They don't have comfort. They don't.
I'm not promoting bullying, but I'm just kind of like,
But we
it's
are
kind of like
promoting.
if you have a
Yes.
conflict with each other,
You know,
you
it's
kind of
like,
have to confront each
if you
other.
want to do it,
do it.
deuce it out,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
If you want to
Yeah.
do it face to
We're
face.
not condoning
A lot of
violence,
keyboard
okay?
warriors, but nobody that's willing to go to them face to face and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"You been talking shit on me?" Oh my god! I just had a flashback. I actually confronted somebody.
Who?
I am not gonna say, but in my younger days, I confronted someone because someone in my circle said that they were talking about me. And so for some reason, this was before I was healed, okay?
Wait, how long ago was this? How old were you?
I could have went to jail. I was an adult.
Oh.
And then I was like,
Okay.
hey, so-and-so said that you were talking shit about me. So have you been talking shit about me? And I went up to their face. No, why would I? That's what she said. And I was like, oh, so she's just lying? And she was like, no, I wouldn't do that. And then I was like, okay. And then that's it. But yeah, I actually went up to them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was because I was not healed yet.
Uh,
Would I still do that today? It depends on how hard you go at me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Sorry, it just made me think. Just reminded me of myself. I was like, ooh. I said that. Listen, you're lucky I don't go learn kickboxing or anything like that, because I might just.
I'm thinking about it.
Ooh, that
I
remind-
know, me too.
I've been
I've been
thinking about
wanting
it.
to.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that one TikTok I just saw earlier today where I guess this bodybuilder.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The bodybuilder and this judo teacher were, I guess, going at it on social media, and then so the bodybuilder finally actually came up to his
Dojo.
dojo.
Oh, so they were fighting online.
They were
Yes.
fighting online at first, and then he finally came up, and he was like wanting to shake hands and whatnot, but then he
And
just slaps the dude, and so the dude kind of went on him. for-
Dojo. Judo dude.
The judo dude, the
So
teacher master.
Keep going.
But yeah, he went on it.
wait, who's the one that slapped him? The
The
bodybuilder.
The bodybuilder.
Okay, I'm sorry, but how?
And
I'm
yeah,
not surprised.
It
Yeah, that's what I-
initiated
Uh-huh,
the fight, and then he basically he lost.
Emotional intelligence.
The judo
still
person
ties
lost?
back
No,
to
the
your
bodybuilder
topic.
lost.
Okay,
I was
bodybuilder
like,
lost because the judo guy it's like wrapped all around him and he's all slapping him like
Slapping like those
Like
cats.
a piece of meat.
No, like the cat where it goes like
yeah, how the cat do.
kind of like
Where
that.
is he slapping him? Like
His
in the face?
face.
His face.
Man,
because he slapped him first,
If I was a judo guy, I would never let go.
and then he let him go, and then the bodybuilder was not giving up, so the teacher was like, okay, you know what? I'll let you choose. I don't know if he chose, but he went against a girl, one of the girls.
Oh no!
But the thing was, the girl was his best student, and she was an instructor there
well.
as well, and they went at it.
Wait, what happened for him to say, "Okay, you can fight"? Like
Because
one of
he
my
was-
female.
He wanted.
He wanted to keep fighting?
He wanted to keep fighting.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, okay, go ahead, kind of thing. And so he went at it with her, and she made him on.
She choked him
She
out.
choked him out till he was like almost unconscious.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. And so he told her to stop because he was
He was like,
going away.
yeah.
She was kind of like, but wait, boss.
Yeah.
her legs are crossed. Wait, I'm just still having fun. Okay.
Yeah, and then they stopped, and then you think that he would stop after that, but no, he still wanted to go at it.
At her or at him?
Just him.
At him, just anyone. He was just
Wow.
like, who else kind of thing.
Okay.
But he ended up going against the master again, but this time
He got slapped
he
again
got
like a
slapped
cat.
again
yeah.
like a cat, and then I think he got like slapped on hit on the
like his
the hip or
hips
something,
whatever
Something
his
that-
skin
wherever
he
it was,
in
and it was like very painful. You can tell.
So, you're saying the judo guy ended up hitting him back?
yes
Yes, because he
Oh.
locked him up, like wrapped him up and locked him.
Dude, imagine
in
getting
place.
locked in judo jail. And you're just kind of like,
3 times.
that's what I'm saying.
times, yeah.
Is that not enough? Is that enough?
And then they finally released him. He kind of just sat there, like on his knees and his
Defeated.
hands, like defeated.
I'm sorry. I'm like, sir, do you not know what judo is?
You know,
And then-
there's a joke
Yeah.
within judo, though,
yeah,
too.
like,
but,
do you
yeah.
not know that they use like their opponents'
body weight
body weight
against
them.
them.
to counter
Mhm.
everything? Do you
Yeah,
not-
and then
do
he
you
was
not know?
he was still sitting there trying, like saying, "Who's next? Who's next?" And then everyone else was the teacher's like, "No, you're done. You're done."
You're like,
Kinda
get
thing.
out before I call the
You can-
cops.
so
because-
you can barely get up, kind of thing. But yeah, it reminded me of that.
Again, ego deaf. He ain't having it.
Yeah, nope, he ain't have it yet.
Dang.
But when you saw that student go at it, I was like,
I would have
That's
been
hot.
like, woo! That's what I said. That's like, hot. Go, go.
me.
Who are you cheering for? Her.
yeah.
And I'm not promoting violence, but it's just something so hot about a girl that is
Yeah.
just in control and she got it.
yeah. And
That's
the comments were like, "See, girls, this is why I said that you guys should be in judo because you never know when you need it."
I've seen some of like little kids in their tournaments, and then it was like girl and a guy going at it. I think they were like maybe
A boy and girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're like maybe like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, and he kept grabbing her and slamming her onto the mat, which you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so you saw her face every time. I think he did it like twice to her, and then the ref got onto him, telling him like you need to stop because you
That's
can't
not
be
allowed.
slamming people on the mat like that. Kind of thing. And so every time she got back up, she kind of had like a smirk on her face, and she was like, "Okay, okay."
That's how you're gonna play.
Yeah. And so the third time, she wrapped around him and like choked him out to where the ref had to like push her off. And then she got up and was just like, walked off.
She's playing
yeah.
by, she's like, I'm technically playing by the rules.
Yeah. And like the camera would like span from her and then over to her brothers because her brothers are older. And so her brothers were like hella pissed off, like on the
Yeah.
sideline.
Oh.
It's
Kinda
like,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if her brothers were also in judo,
Yeah.
Her brothers
Yeah.
are probably like,
or not
They
even.
better
They probably
stop.
enrolled her into judo.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I need to do some kind of combat stuff. I
Me
know
too.
this
I
is
have so much
crazy, but
rage.
I was saying, like, remember you were telling me about Muay Thai, and I was like, dude, I've been interested in Muay Thai, but
I've been having that on my
they've
feed.
been, there's this girl I follow on
Me
on
too!
Instagram, and she shakes her ass.
Me
on
too.
it.
The same girl.
The reason
She's
why I want to
hot.
do it is because, like, I heard that it hurts, but then, you know, I don't mind the pain.
Yeah.
But, like, you have, like, micro, what is it? what is it called? Like
Fractures.
Like that's how they strengthen their shins. Like they literally
Oh.
built that many, and then
No
I'm
thanks.
just kind of like, I'm ready.
That reminded me of another TikTok where there was a girl at the gym, this Asian girl, and what she does is she kind of just sweeps her feet on the floor like this, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's
circles. Sorry, like this for people who are watching.
It was kind of just like this.
Mhm.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, kind of with her feet. And then there's this one, I think, bodybuilder or one guy at the gym, this buff guy comes in and kind of asks, like in a nonchalant way, kind of like, why are you doing that kind of thing? And so she demonstrated, and she went, and then he went, whoop, and he fell on the floor.
Oh, it was tripping his
Yes,
foot.
and he was not expecting that, and he fell to the ground, and she's just like, you asked, kind of
It's like
thing.
Jackson when he got kicked by the MMA fighter.
Yeah, you asked.
He was like,
Did
go
he
full
run
out.
and like scream
Yes.
hello?
Yes.
Like he
Whacked
she,
him. You know he
she
kinda liked
whacked
it,
him
though.
and he like whimpered a bit, and then he went to the bedroom and like laid on the bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would like to learn that because that will probably take all my aggression.
Yeah,
All these
the rage.
Saturn ruled planets
All
need to
the
go
rage.
because we're going through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry, you just made me think about
I looked it up. There is a Muay Thai place here. So I looked it up already.
Maybe we should.
Oh my God.
But anyway, sorry.
We'll be able to lose weight and we'll have a fat ass.
True.
And we know how to protect ourselves.
True.
I'd be like, get behind me, Mike. Get behind me.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Let's go.
That's the problem though. Like with me and you, I feel like we would even be even more annoying.
You're gonna be Marge when she got buff, and then Homer is like terrified of her. Like, cause she wanted some sex, you know. But he was sitting there like, Marge, I think I'm gonna skip tonight. But she like got on top of him, and she's all buff looking.
That's like death by snoo snoo.
Yeah, for real.
Hey man, it was just so
Ah.
fun way to go.
That's when we are ovulation.
Yeah.
Whoa, when did you get so ripped? But no, yeah. I would do it for the discipline, and then also I've just been a really big fan of Muay Thai since Tony Jaa, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry. Anyways, back to self-regulation and empathy.
Yes. Going back to, what is it? Tips to help improve your emotional intelligence.
Sorry.
it's related.
Yeah.
Yes. That's your way in managing difficult emotions through Muay Thai. Anyway. Next one is focus on self-reflection. Ask yourself what you are feeling and what you might need in a given situation. Try to understand what triggers your emotional responses. So once you figure that out, you're going to have to find ways to help you regulate what you're feeling. So, oh my God.
Sorry, no, that reminds me of Angela from Smosh, that famous video that you see going around where she's all like, "That's not fair."
Oh, yes.
No. And she goes, "I need to calm down."
Yes, that's perfect right
need
there.
to calm down.
Self-reflection right there. And regulation.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not that serious. I need to calm down.
Yes, it's not that serious. Calm down. Yes, that's a perfect example. Yes. Next one is improve communication. Work on identifying emotions in others by observing their body language and facial expressions. Use phrases like "I need" to express your feelings more clearly. So, yes. Like, "I need some space. I need to go." Or whatever. Okay? So vocalize what you're feeling and what you need. Use your words, as we tell little kids.
You were talking shit about me? I mean, that's me using my words.
Okay, take initiative. Instead of focusing on being right, ask the right questions and be open to learning from others. Okay, so humble yourself a little bit and listen to others.
I kind of struggled with that in the past, and what I did is I had to I had to talk to people in my circle that I trust and ask them, and be open to hearing them telling me like what I need to improve on, or like what I struggle with. So that's
Yeah.
what I recommend some people to do. If it's gonna hurt, it's gonna humble you. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But that would be the best way if you aren't sure. You can like ask your trusted family member or someone that knows you really well and won't sugarcoat it, and you could be like, "So, I think I struggle with this. Is that true?" Yes, bitch. You bark and fight and everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Reframe challenges. Look at challenges as opportunities and develop skills to manage them.
Right now, I'm at the point where I'm like, why me?
Well, you have said like rejection is redirection. Rejection
Yes.
is redirection.
But before, I'm like, why? Why?
That's because you're still on the reflecting part.
Yes. You're still reflecting.
You're still on the reflection. So
Let me rant. Why? Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll.
Yes.
Okay. Calm
Yeah,
down.
it's perfectly fine to do that
Calm
too. You know,
down.
crash out and
Yeah,
stuff.
calm
But then
down.
remember to come back. You know, remember to come back. You know, because crashing out and ranting like that, it's not going to get you anywhere. You know, so yeah, like, what did you say? Rejection is redirection. You know, when one door closes, another opens, or a window opens, even. You know, so. But yeah, that's some of little bits of advice on how to improve yourself. Let me see. I also want to make a quick whatchamacallit.
shout out.
No, not a shout out. Just a quick comparison between emotional intelligence and emotional maturity.
Ooh, everybody have their pens and papers out right now.
Okay, hang on.
Because that's a really good thing to kind of think about the difference. Comparing that.
Okay, so, all right. Again, emotional intelligence stands for the ability to manage both your own emotions and at the same time understand the emotions of the people around you. So, for example, an emotionally intelligent person is able to take corrections, take criticism, hold your own boundaries, you know, observe your own emotions, move on after a mistake, hurt, pain, or shame. Allow your emotions to simply be without judgment and stuff like that. Voice, share, and communicate your feelings with others. Build relationships with others. Be compassionate and empathetic towards others and hold space for others. So that's what emotional intelligence is. Emotional maturity, on the other hand, is not only your personal intelligence to regulate your emotions or understand those of others, but it's a higher emotional level of self-awareness. Emotional maturity is the way you respond to certain emotions or feelings. Let's see. An emotionally mature person values all their emotions and allows them to be there, while they also pay attention to understanding and managing their emotions instead of simply hiding them. So that person truly takes ownership of their emotional state of being.
So does that mean that somebody can be emotionally intelligent but not emotionally mature?
I would say so, yes.
Because that would mean that I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm emotionally intelligent, but I'm not emotionally mature.
Yeah. Okay.
Because my emotions, sometimes I honor it, sometimes I'm like, fuck that bitch. So that's what I'm saying. I think that because based on how you're explaining it, I think you can be emotionally intelligent but not emotionally mature.
Yes, that's what I'm understanding. Because it says here that emotionally immature people, they hold on tight to their own perceptions only. That being the case, whenever dealing with emotionally immature people be truly prepared and ready for their commitment to misunderstanding you. So here's some examples of emotionally immature people would say. You're too sensitive. Why are, why are you always so dramatic? You truly don't understand the real world.
Making eye contact with me through the little crack between you and Molly. Sorry, keep going.
Sorry, I was like, I felt the beam kind of going through my nose. Felt the beam going through my nose.
Yeah.
Like it's burning through my nose.
It's your fault I'm acting this way. You're so stupid. You're so needy, even though they asked for healthy communication. I guess I'm just a shitty person. Why do you want to be my partner again? Victim role. That's not what happened, and I never said that when they actually did.
Divorce. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out.
Gaslighting.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what it
out.
is.
Boys say, as most people say. That's what boys say, not men.
Some girls say that too,
That's
especially
what girls say, not
yeah,
ladies.
especially the ones who are like, "That's me taking me as I am." And I'm like, "Bitch, shut bye." Shut up.
Well, I don't like this feeling, so you have to fix it.
Oh my god.
Not taking any responsibility for their emotions, their own emotions. Never mind, I won't contact you again. As a cry for help, in a way. Yeah.
You know, I'll be honest. When I was passive aggressive, I did say some stuff like that.
No.
Because, well, I remember saying, I think the last one,
Never mind, I won't contact you again.
something like that. It was something like, I think it was like me and my ex-boyfriend's anniversary, and we were like kind of in a fight kind of thing, and I was wanting to go like see him. Because I think at this time he lived like 45 minutes away from where I lived. And we had gone to a fight, and he had said something, and I was like, you know what? I just wanted to come see you because it's our anniversary, but I guess I'm just not important enough. Or something like that. I said something shitty like that.
God, I wish she was so
Something
like
shitty
into
like
it.
that. Because he was pissing me off.
It's okay. You were young and dumb.
Yeah, I was like, this is when I was like 15, okay? He's 16.
But
yeah.
at least you see it now. It's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah. And that's when he replied back like, you always say the shittiest thing kind of thing. It's when he would like reply back to me, and I'm just kind of like, well, I just want to do something good for you. For us. And I'm just like, God damn, Melissa, thank God you grew from that.
He made me that way, yo. Liz. Oh my god.
But yeah, I grew. Okay.
Yeah. So so other examples are like, passive aggressive comments. Ignoring messages or calls. Cutting someone off in the middle of a conversation. Deflecting, playing the complain and blame game, not taking responsibility for their actions, and validating your perspective, gaslighting.
I was like, what if like interrupting their conversation is just a trait of yours, and you just
ADHD.
unintentionally do it.
I'm sure they
sometimes
mean
do
like
that.
in a
In
In a
a
rude
purposeful,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
intentionally.
Because I
Yeah.
do that, but unintentionally I do that.
yeah. So yeah, those are some signs of emotional immaturity. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers, including ourselves,
Guilty.
are guilty of those. So, and like I said, you strive to be better, yes, and your best, but you don't need to be like super perfect 100%. You're not trying to reach enlightenment, pretty much, because again, we're all human.
Yeah.
So, and also, emotional maturity has nothing to do with age. But it says more about your emotional growth and your ability as a person to create space for others and their emotions while you self-reflect and regulate your own emotions at the same time. So that's what we hope that we are doing with our viewers and listeners, because I know not a lot of people have that kind of space. So this is what our space is about. It's a safe space. You can say whatever you like, ask whatever you like, and we will do our best to answer you.
I feel like emotional intelligence and maturity, I think it also, something important to note is that we talk about regulating yourself so that way you can kind of have a conversation with another human being, right? And see from their point of view. But I think it's also important to say that it's for yourself too. Like boundaries, I should say. So yeah, it's for the other person, but then it's also beneficial for you too, so you don't go batshit crazy and do shit you might regret.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Like
was trying to
murder.
do something for you for our anniversary, but I guess not.
Guess not. Guess it's not important. I guess I'm not important.
Dang. And I thought I was bad.
Okay, like it was a back and forth thing. Okay,
I know.
I wasn't the only one who was doing it too.
I know. She said, taste your own medicine. Nokia! Did Nokia! Yeah, that's literally what. You gonna force feed this to me? I'll force feed it back
Yeah,
to you.
I will turn it right back around, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they also want to say there is no way you can truly connect and communicate with someone who is not willing to do their own part
Exactly.
or doesn't want to take responsibility for their own emotions.
Exactly.
So whenever you come across somebody like that, it's best for you to just disconnect and walk away.
Divorce. Bye.
You know, because it's not good for your healing and your growth to be stuck to be stuck with someone like that who refuses to grow with you. Okay. So to sum it up, pretty much emotional intelligence stands for your ability to deal with your own emotions and those of others while emotional maturity stands for your willingness to take ownership for your emotional state, situation, and its consequences. So I think we all have a certain level of both in a way. So again, like I said, it's a work in progress. You're always working towards that as long as you're like living on earth and interacting with other people, family, loved ones, or whatever. It's constantly growing. You're constantly growing. And hopefully the people around you are in the same boat. If not, then you need to kick them off the boat. But seriously, though, you should be with the circle of friends, people, family who want to see you grow and are also willing to grow themselves, because otherwise they will stunt your growth and you won't get anywhere. So emotional intelligence is very important in the real world for people who don't think that it is and think that it's just for relationships like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife or whatever. No, it goes well into like corporate life as well, because if you don't know how to regulate your emotions, then you're just going to be the dick in the office and you won't have good relationships or rapport with your colleagues, your coworkers, or even like your boss and supervisors and stuff like that. So emotional intelligence goes everywhere, all in hand of everything. So please, please, please self-reflect and kind of think of what you can do to improve yourself, because it's very important for your self-care. It helps to de-stress you and to learn ways to keep you from stressing so much. It helps lower your anxiety and stuff like that. When you learn how to identify your feelings and how to regulate and what it means. So it's very, very important. And I know us sisters here do work on it all the time, every day. We try to be. And so I hope you guys are too. Learning more and more, just like we did, talking about my topic here. Do you girls have anything to say before we sign off?
No.
No? No? Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our crazy little episode today about emotional intelligence. Our emotions were definitely up and down everywhere. But that's a good thing. It's good to show emotions, feel your emotions, and learn what they are. So, But that's it for my episode. I hope you guys learned a little bit of something. If you have any questions, just comment below or message us, and we'll get to you as soon as possible. So until then, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.